Hello YouTube, welcome to yet another beer review with me, the Master of Puppets, or Peter. I know that's kind of a lame intro, but whatever. Today's beer is a beer I've been dying to try for ages. It is Great Divide's Yeti Imperial Stout. Haven't got myself to buy it since it was quite expensive here in Denmark. It was around $15 US currency. So that's quite expensive for a beer, but that was because this is from 2007, so it's been aged. And that does porters and maybe not porters, depending on the density of the beer. Imperial porters maybe, but Imperial Stouts tends to grow very much better aged. But Yeti Imperial Stout is a type of stout, of course, and probably one of my favorite styles of beer. It was brewed originally for the Russian court, in the Russian Imperial court, hence the name Imperial Stout. The first ship of batches of Imperial Stouts arrived in Russia actually all the way back in 1781. And it was actually brewed as a way to win over the charm of the Russian court, the Tsars of Russia. Especially the Tsaress, I think it's called, it's a female Tsar, Katrina, was so fond of this type of beer that she had local breweries brew it, but it didn't turn out as well as the original English style. Yeah, it's originating from England, and it's been around since the industrialization, or just before the industrialization. So it's fairly old style, and I think that's quite an interesting story it has got. And the reason for Imperial Stouts being this one, the Yeti, is 9.5% alcohol by volume, and the reason for being that was, not right now of course, but back then, was because the alcohol preserves the beer better. The thing to preserve beer so it doesn't grow all this hops and alcohol content. In the Imperial Stouts, they use the alcohol content to make the beer hold or don't go bad as quick as other beers. But that worked fine, and then they could ship it to Russia, and was a very popular beer in the 1800s. But it sort of, well, around the World War II, it decreased in popularity. But I don't know if you know CAMRA, but it's an English organization called CAMRA, or Campaign for Real Ale. They made it popular again around the 70s because of their campaigns on getting old styles of English ales back. And that's probably one of the organizations we can thank for still having Imperial Stouts being this popular today. But yeah, an Imperial Stout, way heavier than your regular stout. Very high in alcohol usually, very dense, thick, almost pours like motor oil, aromas and taste of coffee and chocolate sometimes, very deeply roasted, and a very, very good beer, in my opinion. But Great Divide again, which this overall rating on Rate Beer is a 100, so got the highest grades, and it should be one of the best Imperial Stouts out there. But yeah, great style of beer, but I think we should just crack it open and quit talking about the history of the beer, because I'm so excited about this beer. Whoa, a lot of carbonation, even though, oh, just one second, I'm going to open it down here because it was, for some reason, quite difficult to get the cap off. Wow, what a perfect aroma. Whoa. I'm so excited about this beer because I've been wanting to try this for so long, and since it's aged, this one, look at that pour, man. That is so cool. It's like just the thickest black motor oil ever, just coming right out of a car's engine. That is just amazing. And wow, it is so thick, really thick. It's been a while since I've had a very good Imperial Stout. By the way, I'm using my fullest snifter. But been a while since I had a good Imperial Stout, but this one should be, of course, amazing. But color-wise, this is pitch black. No light coming through at all if you hold it up to the light, so definitely pitch black with a brown head. Actually, quite fairly thick and looks quite creamy, But it looks so amazing, this beer. Wow. But let's check out the aroma first. Before I check out the aroma, actually, I forgot to read this aloud about the beer on the bottle. It says, Yeti Imperial Stout is an onslaught of the senses. It starts with big roasty malt flavor, then gives way to rich caramel and toffee notes. Yeti Imperial Stout gets its bold hop character from an enormous quantity of hops. It weighs in at a hefty 75 IBUs, so this should be quite hoppy as well. But let's check out the aroma. Oh, that really smells amazing. Quite hoppy, even though this one is aged from 2007. This one should, since it's aged, be even better. But very hoppy, very extremely roasted. I get notes of coffee as well, and actually also a bit of dark fruits. But that hop character is still there, even though it's been aged. Really, this aroma is just amazing. I'm just gonna dig in right now because I'm so excited about this beer. Wow, dude, that is so good. Really, really thick. That almost like drinking motor oil. Seriously, it is so thick. This beer, very extremely creamy. Not much of carbonation. Deeply, deeply roasted flavor. Really roasted. A bit smoky as well. Wow, really, really full body, definitely. Very roasted. I get sort of like an expensive espresso, or really, I don't know if you know French coffee, which you get in like this small cups, which is like really dark and rich, sort of like that. Not too much chocolate, a bit. That hop presence is still there, even though the beer is aged. A way better hop presence than in the Hades from the same year. But wow, that is just amazing. This is wow. Oh. Best Imperial Stout I've ever had. This is such an extreme take on an Imperial Stout. And that alcohol, 9.5 ABV, is quite a bit traceable, but it still harmonizes so perfectly with the roasted flavors of the beer. And that roasted flavor just sticks around on your palate forever. Wow. This is, if you are into stouts, man, if you don't check this out, and if you can't get it, I feel so sorry for you, bro. This is a beer, definitely, no matter what, you gotta check this beer out. It is a 100% recommendation from here if you like Imperial Stouts. 100, I think, definitely 100 out of 100, period. This is the best Imperial Stout I've ever had. This is just amazing. And I think that since it's been aged, it has done it quite good, this beer. It's more, I would imagine if it was fresh, it wouldn't be as sort of full as this is, and probably not as, maybe a bit of a sort of rustic flavor. I know it's difficult to just say, or weird to just say rustic, but sort of a rustic flavor. But definitely, I would love to try a fresh one and compare it, but it's amazing. I mean, wow. Check it out, dudes. This is a beer you gotta check out no matter what, in my opinion, and this is probably one of the best beers I've had so far in 2010, even though it's early 2010, but definitely check this beer out, and cheers. Check out my other reviews, and I'll see you next time. Check out this beer.